Hi everyone, welcome to our June product update. Just to confirm, this is for features released during May and the early part of June. It's pretty exciting today. We've got a lot of you online. If you're having any problems hearing me or any problems with audio, please send a message via the chat and one of our people will get back to you. Just a little bit about me. My name's Liz Hardie. I'm the head of product at GO1. I've got a long background in e-business across education, finance and e-commerce platforms. And obviously my job is to ensure that the GO1 offering is an engaging product that meets our market needs. The agenda for today is basically I'm going to walk through some new features, some of which are in our early access program, others of which are in production. I'm going to have a quick chat to you about what's coming soon. And then I'm going to also run through some of the things that we're actually looking to get some user feedback on and involve in our research and design processes. And then at the end, we'll have questions. I'm going to be jumping between the presentation and the application. So if there's a little bit of a lag, please bear with us. So in terms of new features, the first feature I'm going to show you is our portal content selection. Now we're really excited about this feature. A lot of our customers have told us that they're really interested in using the excellent marketplace and premium content in their platform, but they're finding the volumes that not all of it's necessarily relevant to their users, and they'd like a way to be able to create a subset of that content that they can make available to their users. So with that in mind, we've created portal content selection, and I'll show you that now. So portal content selection is available via the portal settings area on our administration area. When you go to portal settings, I should note that this is now currently in early access, which means that if you would like to use this functionality, you should contact the GO1 product team at product@GO1, and we will enable this on your instance. So you can select portal content selection. When you first go to portal content selection, it will generally have these options selected. So free, subscribed, or pay for use. Now that's the three different categories of content that are available via the marketplace. If you have all three of these selected, then the custom selection is not available. If you unselect one or more of them, the custom selection becomes available. So what you can do with the custom selection is you can go in and say select content, and this will give you a view of all of the content available. So I'm able to go in and say, show me all of the leadership content. Now I like this leadership content. It looks interesting and engaging. So I might add all of that to my selection. So I have now got 61 items in my selection, and when the page updates, it shows me there. What I can then do is, let's say I'm interested in some accounting and auditing information. And with the accounting and auditing, I'm actually interested in accounting for leases, accounting for management, and accounting for investments. Now they will add automatically by clicking just on the add button at the bottom. And then I have 64 here. What that means is that when my users go to explore, they're actually, in addition obviously to the content that's available on our platform, that we've created ourselves on our platform, they can actually see content that is available based on what has been selected. So what this gives us an excellent opportunity to do is to effectively limit the content down that we want our users to be able to select. Now this function is available to administrators and to super admins, and it obviously does track the information selected. At the moment I'm in admin mode, which means I'm actually able to pretty much see everything anyway. So that's But basically, if you're interested in using the portal content selection, we are taking early access program participants now. And please drop us an email at product@go1.com. The next thing that I'm going to walk you through is a number of our features that are currently in production. So I'm going to cover off a couple of things here. Our content provider dashboard, which is now out of our early access program and able to be accessed by all users. Our Zapier integration. We now have versioning available on quizzes, and we have a number of minor improvements, including the ability to submit a video as part of a submission, and some improvements to our course due date display. I'll just jump back into the system. To enable our content provider dashboard, you go into configuration. All right. So what I will show you is the admin area before the dashboard's enabled. So this is our admin area at the moment. When I go and enable our content provider dashboard under configurations, as you can see, I can go down here and go content provider dashboard and submit. Yep. What will then be available on Administer is a new dashboard. And this dashboard provides a high-level summary of enrollments, an activity stream, as well as information. So if you have courses for sale on your instance, the income from that sits there, new users, number of enrollments, and new courses added. And I can do that by month or by this year. So that's available now via the administration area and anywhere via portal settings, and anyone with the admin access can go and enable that content dashboard. The next thing that I am going to show you is our Zapier integration. Now, we've obviously had a lot of feedback from customers that they would like to be able to connect up to other systems to transfer information out of GO1. So what we've done is we've built out a Zapier integration. Now, we're very excited about this integration. It's an excellent customer experience. To enable the integration, you simply go to the integrations area. Again, this is available to administrators, and you turn on the integration. Once you've turned on the integration, Zapier will appear in your side menu here. So as you can see, there's an overview of the capability. So we now have a number of actions that Zapier and GO1 work together with: the create user, enrolling a user, in-app notifications, updating statuses, and assigning users to groups or to managers. Now, what will normally happen is you'll go in here and you'll generate an API key, and this API key is actually quite important. Then when you click on Zaps, as you can see, there is a list of Zaps available in our application that are able to be used with GO1. So if, for example, I wanted to go and add course completion data to a Google Sheet, I can go and use this Zap, and it will appear as a modal pop-up with a complete set of instructions as to how I would do that. So this is designed to really help you guys as users be able to go through and do this without a lot of guessing. So I can create that Zap. Right. And it will come up and ask me, this is what I'm available to do. So on course or module completion, create a Zap. I press continue. If you're doing this for the first time, it will ask you to authorize your account. So in here you would go, so in my instance, I've got my demonstration portal. I've already got this set up, which is this one here. So I can test that. And confirm that it's working. right? So that's actually working. Or I can connect a new account. And to connect a new account, I use that API key, and it's a very simple process. So I select the account that I want it to work on, hit save and go. Then I can actually say, well, actually, I just want this on course level, and then go continue. And I want to make things to double check. Yep, okay, that's great. Fetch and continue. And it's now asking me, so it's checked that's working. Okay, so I can actually now go and select the sheet. So I want it to create a spreadsheet row. And then it actually allows me to go into Google. If it's my first time there, it will ask me to validate. So this is me. Can test that and make sure it's working. Save and continue. And then it will ask me to select a spreadsheet. Let's other options. Okay, we'll go to there. And on the worksheet, we'll go to sheet 1. Now I can actually, if there's values on that, I can map that to values in, if there's values on the sheet, I can map that to values in GO1. So if you've got a template that you're looking to move it into, you can map it at this point in time, or you can just select continue and it will bring the data across. So as you can see, this is my sample. And now I'm going to send it to the test sheet. All right. So that's the process for using Zapier. So when I've finished, then I can go back and I can add it to a specific folder. So I'll add it to the GO1 folder here. The Zap is on, and I can go and see it on my Zapier dashboard if I want to. Now, to use this functionality, you will need to have a Zapier account. But once it's there, as you can see, it's very easy to access it and use it. So that's the Zapier functionality. The next thing we're going to have a look at is our quiz versioning. So, for example, I have a number of resources, and one of the resources I'm going to work with is our Introduction to Customer Service resource. Now, interestingly enough, I've actually enrolled in this course myself. Yes. Okay. So you'll see here that it says there's a new, I've updated the quiz and there's a new version of this available to me. So as a user, I can actually make a choice to do the new version or the old version. Right. So yeah, and then from there, one second, I just got to take a link from something. From there, you can see, oh, there it is. Okay, it's my quiz, my workplace health and safety quiz. So I've got a quiz here. As you can see, I can open that quiz and I can take the quiz. All right, so empathy, right? So let's go next. A friend from another department. Now, I might decide to exit from that quiz at that point in time. Now, I obviously own this quiz as well. So if I go in and edit the quiz, right? Oh, nope, I'm sorry, one second. I hadn't actually created my own enrollment. Sorry, apologies for that. If I resume my quiz, next, HR, next, okay, previous, all right, so now that's in progress. If I go and edit this, it should, oh, It's actually letting me edit it. It's obviously got to do with the fact that I'm actually the person running it. I'll just get one of my people to double check on that, and we'll duck across and have a look at one of the other items that we were going to look at today, and that was video submissions. So with video submissions, you can see here that this question here is an application, so it's a question. And if I am on that, I can actually now upload videos. So I can actually go to use my file, go sample, select that video, open it. I can confirm it's my work and submit it. I can see that I've actually submitted it previously. So I've got some previous submissions on that. And from there, it will come up as submitted. So now the good thing about that is in a lot of face-to-face training areas, or where you want to get people to explain video, explain how they deal with situations, or if you want to record a scenario, this is an excellent way of doing that type of submission. Okay, so the other piece that I wanted to show you was in relation to workplace. I've just got to, okay. So we've made some changes and some improvements to the due dates information. So one second, I'll just go back into this resource that I was looking at before. So as you can see now, we've done a number. So we've just got a quick question through on the previous one. Do we support .movs? No, it's primarily MP4s at the moment, but we're happy to take that on board as a suggested improvement. As you can see, we've now got due dates aligning to the module level, outlined at the course structure, and quite clearly outlined as a date at the item level. Previously, these had been displayed slightly out of context, so this just makes that a little bit easier to quickly determine when it's due. So that's that one. Now I will come back and circle back around on the quiz versioning. Okay, so one second, I'm just going to go and check that again. Two in a row. Continue. Okay. Apologies, guys. I'll come back to that one. It's being a little bit panicky on me. I just need to double check something. Okay. I will come back to that one at the end of the webinar. Apologies for that. So just to jump back in terms of what we have coming soon, so we have a number of changes, a number of improvements to how our interactive resources are delivered. So one of the things and one of the blocks of feedback that we have received is that when SCORM files in particular are playing, quite often there's too many click-throughs, and that they pop up and you get pop-up blockers. So we're working through a number of improvements in that space to actually resolve and improve that user experience. Some of the other things we've got scheduled for release in June was the ability to use GO1 content in the Toterra learning management platform, as well as the ability to use GO1 content in the PageUp talent management platform. We've also now got an integration with Xero that is currently in early access that allows people who use both Xero and GO1 to synchronize their users, their learners in from Xero. So that's a nice bit of process improvement there that we're actually quite excited about. And they're scheduled for release this month. Currently in development, things we have in development, we have our content reuse is in development. Now, this will be the ability to reuse standalone learning resources as well as marketplace and premium content in a course that you're creating on your portal. This is very exciting for us because it means that we're actively reducing the overhead and burden of maintaining our learning objects. Other things that are currently in development, notifications management by users, content sharing. So this is the improvements to the ability to share content with groups, with other portals, and with individuals within a portal. So what we're kind of doing here is actually making it a lot more flexible for you for how you use your content and to improve the delivery on that. The other thing that's currently in development is our GO1 developer portal. For some of you who've expressed an interest in using the API to build out integrations to internal systems, you'll soon be able to do that via our GO1 developer portal. I'm just going to quickly jump across into the quiz area again, and hopefully this time it will behave for me. Apologies for this. Okay. Right. So if I redo this quiz, okay. Right, there we go. Okay, so you'll notice there I clicked a question, I said redo, and then I went and edited it. So obviously if a third party is editing this whilst I'm halfway through it, when I go to complete the next question, it will actually tell me that, that for me, the editor, there are people who are currently in this quiz who have not passed the current version. And what it will offer me the opportunity to do is to update the version that they're doing or to keep the current version for the attempts that are in progress or failed. And then from there, they will see that version until they pass the quiz. So this version management functionality basically allows you to consistently maintain the versions available. So if you've got one cohort coming through and then a new cohort starts and you want to adjust the test for the new cohort, the existing cohort can keep the same test, or if the changes represent a change in policy or governance structures, then you can update that immediately and they will actually restart the test then. So we put that option now in the quiz creator's hands, and basically it gives you a lot more flexibility when doing change management on your content. So in this instance, I've said to do that. I can save and exit. So when I go in and resume the quiz and I go next, it'll give me exactly the same question that I had seen previously. Okay, so I'm just going to duck back into our presentation. In terms of things that we're currently working on or we're doing research or design work on, and part of what we're really focused on as an organisation is making sure we've got our user input into new features that we're looking to either develop or improve. So we're very interested in talking to you if you have thoughts about how we could improve events and location management, roles and permissions, group management, or the learner profile and dashboard. So yeah, any questions? Or any other questions? We had the question about the move, and no, we don't actually support .mov at the moment. Got a question about portal content selection. We actually are not too sure how long we'll be in early access for that. It may be quite a short early access. We've had a lot of customer engagement in the process of developing that feature. So we're quite comfortable that it meets the needs. And yeah, I think we'll probably do a short 2 to 3 week engagement on that one. Okay, so there is, okay, I've got one question here that says, if we update a quiz each year for a refresher, will it record all versions that have been completed, or will it override the previous? Okay, so it makes them redo the current attempt. So does that make sense? So it will note that you've previously done it, but it will change the version that you're currently doing. We've got another question in terms of the feedback areas. Okay, in order to be involved in our user research program, we actually have a form, or our early access program. We have a form that you need to complete for early access. If you send us an email at product@go1.com, we will send you the link to that form to complete to be part of early access. And you can also email that email address if you want to be involved in the user research on any of those topics. So just to confirm those topics again, events and location management, roles and permissions, group management, or learner profile and dashboards. If we don't have any more questions, I will wrap up for now. And it's been lovely talking to you all. And I look forward to hearing from some of you, hopefully in relation to either the portal content selection or being involved in our user research. Hope you have a lovely day. Bye.